I want to learn something new. Guide me. I'm going to college. I need to be ready. I will be a leader one day. Help me grow. I can, there's no can. There's only I can yet. Please show me how to be better. Citizenship is my service to others. My service to others will change my community. My service to others will change the world. I will be ready. Yes, clap it up. Yes. All right. So look, we got some questions for our guests that need to be answered. They asked me, what is 28 speakers in 28 days? Well, for 4 years, 28 speakers in 28 days is our annual event for Black History Month, where we bring in local African Americans of our community to share their journey and experiences with our students. Well, Mr. McGriff, why is that event important? This event is important not just to us as a school, but to our students individually. As we continue to grow, moments like this will cherish them and intrinsically motivate them to continue to do their best so that they can too one day take over our jobs as we pass it along from generation to generation. SANY's motto is always giving back, building success one atom at a time. I myself is a walking example of that motto. Thank you to Dr. Hayali for pushing me for that. Big round of applause for him. And you all can do it because we all believe in you. Not just your parents, not just your teachers, but your entire community. So big round of applause for them. And now, let's pass it to the dean of the building, Mr. D.
This moment, this event, would have all seemed impossible a year ago at this time. If we think back, and we think back on the last 2 years, what these times together mean, what the investment in our kids mean, it gives me a lot of hope for the future. You see, at the end of the day, the intent 4 years ago when we started this was very simple: to put the unity back in community. Now, the idea is very simple. The execution is very difficult because it requires the efforts of so many people to come here to spend their time to invest in our school, to invest in our kids, to invest in their community. And the idea, again, was simple: that we empower our kids to form meaningful relationships with each other, with people in our community, but most importantly, themselves. Before we go any further, I'd like to welcome our student representatives up to give a thanks to our guests. Please come forward right now. And I think that was a really, really nice job that all of our representatives did. Give them a big round of applause. Now, as we look out into the crowd, we started this school in 2017 with just 167 students. Today, we have 7 grade levels of almost 500 students, K to 6. Pretty incredible. I want to again thank all of our guests today. Thank you kindly. And I also want to take a special moment before I close out to recognize a person whose contribution to our school, to our community, is a living example of the positive, powerful things people can do. This is a person who's a SANY alumni, who has been here from the start with us, the person that's the heart and soul of our school. This is Mr. McGriff. Thank you so much.
Now, at this time, I want us to give a really big, warm welcome to our Deputy Mayor, Ms. Sharon Owens!
how you have grown. A couple years back, there was just an itty bitty amount of you all, but you have gotten much bigger. This is amazing. You know, you all are called Adams. Is that right, Adams? So I know you know, because I know you've been told that the atom is the most powerful element in the universe. And what you may not know or may not understand is that, you know, when I was little, many years ago, I was little, like many of you, and I was sitting in an auditorium, just like you are, and somebody, you know, I was said we were going to have assembly, and we say, oh, we're going to have some speakers, and I was like, okay. But I went to the auditorium and I sat down just like you all are, and somebody came before me and talked about where they came from and talked about how hard they worked. But what it did is it helped me to understand I can do what they're doing. That they came from a background just like me. That they look like me. That they sound like me. That they're black or brown or a woman like me. That they came from a neighborhood like I do. They came from a family that was just like mine. They speak a language that I speak. And they have an ability or a disability that I have. And based on hearing them and listening to them, it made me understand and know, no one else had to tell me from that day forward, that I could do what they do. So I have a prediction. You guys want to hear it? Yeah! That the next mayor, deputy mayor, county council president, fire chief, police officer, amazing TV personality, program leader, the next artist par excellence, the next individual that's going to shake the world is coming out of this gym. And the best moment of our lives will be one day, years ahead of time, when we may need some more help getting up the stairs. You're going to say, I don't know if you remember me, but I was in the gym and you talked to us, or you heard from one of us. And I knew that day that I could do anything. You have to know that you can do anything. Now, I'm going to tell you it's going to be easy. It's hard work. And you have to be committed. But every single one of you, you know how I know you're demonstrating? I feel your energy. But at the same time, when your teachers and your principals and your administrators say, time to quiet down, you listen. Not only do leaders have to speak, but leaders have to listen. So I'm so glad to be here today. So happy to see how you've grown. You're amazing, every single one of you. My story is your story. I'm a black woman, just like there are black young women and little girls in here. I came from a family that worked hard, just like you do. I came from a neighborhood that looks just like yours. I came through school and was good at some things and needed some help with some things. But I continue to work hard. My story is your story. So what I'm able to do, you are able to do. Thank you all.
All right, now I would like to bring up a student speaker, Mr. Tyjon. Come on up, Tyjon!
Hello, everyone. Foot, Lead with Love. This powerful song by vocalist Melanie D. Moore was written in November 2016 and has found a home at protests and community gatherings in Lakewood. Ms. Meehan will now lead our third grade class in singing One Foot, Lead with Love.
And now I would like to invite our superintendent, Mr. Dr. Hayali.
Thank you so much for joining us. Mayor also joined us, and all other wonderful, wonderful, wonderful speakers. And I want to also recognize whose life has been dedicated for our Syracuse children, Regent Hackinson. Can I get a big applause? Let's give it a round big applause. All of our teachers, please stand up. I have to give a lot of credit to the leadership here, starting from Ms. Ward to everyone else. But let's give a round of applause for Mr. Steve.
The people that are sitting here, you can replace. They want you to replace them. Whether if you want to be the next Chief Munts of the fire department, or the next Officer Marlena Jackson, or the next Cornelius Vyance basketball coach for SAS, who will be playing this Sunday at 5 o'clock. Make sure you show up there. Or you can be the next athletic director like Coach Reggie, or the next dean in the building like Mr. Frisina, or the next journalist like Ms. Johnson, Melanie Johnson right here. You all have the opportunity to make a change and make a difference. Keep that in mind, because we will walk in victory together. Thank you so much for coming, all of our guests. Once again, clap it up for them. We are one big happy family. We are one big community. It's time we start walking that way as well and start displaying it as well. All right? Big round of applause, everyone. Big round of applause.